All right, creeps, let's cut a rafter. I already have a pair of rafters sitting up on top of our example doghouse here, and I have another 2x6 just clamped to the framing that we can work together on to lay out to make another one. We'll go back to our sketch one more time here, and what we want to do is think about this portion of the roof as a triangle. And to lay out this rafter, we need to know a minimum of two things. We need the slope of the roof, and we need to know the run of the roof. The slope of the roof, as we already talked before, is a 612. The run of the roof is simply going to be half of the overall width of our doghouse. Our width is 48 inches, half of that is 24, so the run of this roof section is 24 inches. Once again, we're going to think of this roof as a triangle. I already filled in the values for all three sides here, but like I just said, you really only need to know that our run is 24 inches and you need to know that the slope of the roof is a 612. Now I'm going to recommend a construction calculator. You can download them for free, find them on the internet, wherever. I have one on my phone. So we're going to enter in a 6-inch slope, and then we're going to also enter in 24-inch run. Now, what we really want to know is this diagonal measurement. So with those two values added into the calculator, if you hit the diagonal button, it's going to tell you 26 and 13/16, as I already filled in here. That is really all the math that we need to do. So that diagonal measurement is 26 and 13/16. Okay, so what does that mean? What do we do with that? Let's go take a look over here. 26 and 13/16 is the distance from this point down to this plumb line that I have drawn right here, which is just an extension of the outside of the wall line. So let's do some layout. You're going to need your speed square. We're going to set it on here, and there is a scale at the bottom here, which is for common rafters, and a scale which is up here, which is for hip rafters. We're cutting common rafters, so we're going to look at the outermost scale here. And what you're going to do is set the speed square on your rafter, and you're just going to slide it up this way until, in our case, 6, which is this number right here, since we're cutting a 6 slope roof. When the number 6 is lined up with the edge of your board, which is right there, then you will make a line just like that. That's a plumb cut on a 6 and 12 slope. Now the number that our calculator gave us as the diagonal was 26 and 13/16. So we'll hook our tape on to the top of the plumb line here, which happens to be the corner of the 2x6, the way that I drew it. And we'll come down here to 26 and 13/16, and we'll make a mark. And then once again, we'll use our speed square, put the pivot point